Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, June the 13th, 2024. It is a little bit after 7:30 in the morning, 7:31 a.m. that is. And I wanted to redo this recording I did yesterday because I was just tired and everything when I did it. And as a matter of fact, I ended up napping for a little bit. My initial plan was just to nap for about 45 minutes and get up and then probably do some other things. And I did do that, but then I just laid back down when my mom called me and said, "Hey, I'm going to be at Walmart for a little bit, so, I'll let you know when I come home." So I laid back down a little bit after that. Then she got home. I helped her out, everything, and more simply, helping her out than I usually do because of the fact that it's basically the end of the year. It's end of the year, and tomorrow she and her teachers and their kids, Head Start kids, have to give up their classroom where they're at because the elementary school kids, which is like 40 plus, are going to be occupying it, for at least for the rest of the school year, going forward. And what that does, as I've mentioned before, is it moves things back for her and her fellow teachers. And I do apologize for that notification right there. That's an email notification. But like I said, basically that, pushes things back a little over, I wouldn't say a little over half a week, but just by half a week, if you will, to the point that, basically instead of getting out tomorrow, which would have been the initial day they get out, that being the 14th, they're going to be getting out on the 19th. And I pretty much have this feeling. I told my mom this might be what happens, to make up for the craziness of this year. They might let her and her fellow teachers get out early. So we'll have to see about that. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is a video by YouTuber user Zach Wolf. And what he did in this video that he did, I think about a couple of days ago, is he talked about MeTV Tunes. And he talked about the fact that their area in Boston, one of the over-the-air stations, I think it's called WWDP, I think that's what it is going to be getting MeTV Tunes. He said it's one of those low signal frequency kind of ones. Like basically you can get it in and watch all the cartoons you want, but it's one of the more like low powered ones. Like if something happens, if the power goes out, well, you're crap out of luck. You know what I'm saying? Especially if, their antennas get fried or something. He did, though, confirm something else because he said he knows people, neighbors that have Comcast, Xfinity, and some people that work in that field, that yes, Xfinity, Comcast, from what he's being told in his region, will be getting MeTV Tunes. Now, when I heard that kind of confirmed to me that Comcast slash Xfinity overall is going to be having MeTV Tunes. And the reason I say this is because to me, it only makes sense that if you're a cable provider and you have all the channels associated with the initial channel that, started it all, then obviously you're going to have some of the newer channels being added on as well down the line. And the way I look at it, I basically feel that what we're going to get is the addition of MeTV Tunes on June 25th. Now, that's not a total confirmation. That's not a total confirmation. But again, if a cable provider has a theme listing of channels who are all under the same broadcasting corporation, like, the MeTV, the initial MeTV channel was, then there's a good chance you're going to get newer channels that are under the same broadcasting corporation, down the line, especially when they're scheduled to debut. Now, he did inform, like we already know, that you also have the streaming options of Friendly TV and Philo. Those are the only ones, streaming-wise, that are going to have the MeTV Tunes added to the lineup, and I'm sure others like Pluto and several other streaming outlets like them, maybe even Tubin, are going to add in MeTV Tunes over time. But that's just an opinion. I think more than likely Pluto will be the next one after Philo and Friendly TV, as well as Sling. So Pluto and Sling, I think, are going to be next in line to get MeTV Tunes, right after Philo and Friendly TV. But anyway, he did confirm that. And today, Friendly TV did charge me because you get a week long free trial, non-charged, for the service, and then after a week they will charge you depending on what you choose. And it's not that bad. It's not that bad, especially if you balance things out properly, over time. And as I've said before, once it's confirmed and shown that your cable provider will have MeTV Tunes because it has the other regular Broadcasting Corporation stations, that are under it, like the initial MeTV and Start and Heroes and Icons and all that, then if you want to, you could, cancel your subscription to Friendly TV and save that money that you're initially spending monthly on them because you want to have access to channels that your cable provider may not have right away. But again, I firmly believe, and like I said, this is what Zach Wolf said, from what he understands in his area, and I'm sure it goes the same for everybody across the country, if you have Xfinity, Comcast, more than likely if you have AT&T UVerse or AT&T, if you will, as well as Cablevision and whatever name of your cable provider there is, and they carry the MeTV stations, if you will, as part of their packaging or basic packaging, whatever, more than likely you're going to get MeTV Tunes. More than likely. Now, with that said, the other thing that I do want to talk about is if you go to MeTV Tunes Twitter/X page, the MeTV Tunes Twitter page, and follow them, if you follow them, they will, it looks like, on a daily, if not bi-daily basis, update you on the newest additions of over-the-air stations and providers that will have MeTV Tunes, mostly over-the-air stations. So right now, if you're looking at the website and you're saying, well, I don't see MeTV Tunes, as an over-the-air station where I live, I only see it on Philo and Friendly. Do not worry. According to what they said, every day as we approach June 25th, and if not beyond that, every day they are going to be adding on the newest stations that will carry over the air and otherwise MeTV Tunes. They've already made sure to let you know on their Twitter page that they will basically update daily, if not bi-daily, exactly where, you're going to be able to find MeTV Tunes in your area outside of Friendly TV and Philo. So, for example, yesterday I looked online, and one of the newest over-the-air stations they added was out of Kansas City. And I thought that was great. I thought that was great that they would do that because, hey, if I'm going to travel with my older sister next month, to see my dad, if I'm going to travel and we have to stay in Kansas City for one day, I want to make sure I have a station that has MeTV Tunes. You know what I'm saying? And I want the same for if I'm going to stay in a hotel in Manhattan, I want to have the same thing there too. And also, when you think about it, that's another good thing about having something like Friendly TV as well. Because if you get the app, you can watch Friendly TV anytime you want, especially if you want to watch MeTV Tunes. So that's a benefit there if you want to keep it. That way you can, download the app on your phone or your tablet, and when you're traveling, boom, you can watch MeTV Tunes right there to keep you busy. Keep you busy and all that, or kind of watch it while you're laying down in bed, getting ready to go to sleep and stuff. So you got that option too. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, they have basically made it clear that if you follow them on their Twitter page, or even if you don't and you get it by word of mouth, but if you follow them, if you decide to follow them, they will let you know. And you'll be the first to know because they're going to tweet it out, obviously, they're going to let you know about the new stations that they will add in from over-the-air broadcasting when it comes to MeTV Tunes. So be on the lookout for that if you're following MeTV Tunes Twitter page to see exactly when and where your area will be announced. Now, obviously the goal basically is to try to get, because they got a week and a half to go. Hard to believe. But they got a week and a half to go to try to get as many over-the-air stations locked in for MeTV Tunes. And I think they're going to do that. I think they're going to get as many as they can, but I'm pretty sure they'll also put out the information that even afterwards, they're going to be adding more and more and more. It's just going to take time to talk to certain people at these stations, to see whether or not they want to carry MeTV Tunes. And I think they'll be able to, or at least set up a station to be able to do that. Because sometimes you'll have over-the-air stations that, show nothing but news, news and all that, or even basically foreign stuff. I remember one time growing up that Coffee, Kofy, Coffee 20, I think it was Coffee 20, used to be, just like KBHK 44 and KICU 36 and KTVU, they used to be able to but they used to be able to show classic cartoons and anime and all that. And then all of a sudden they made this announcement, and I don't know how many people paid attention to it when it was announced, that Coffee TV was going to become, and I say it with all due respect and no offense, going to become a Chinese network. Yeah. And seemingly almost overnight, I remember myself, and I'm sure a lot of kids that were used to be watching Coffee TV for some of the cartoons like Speed Racer, Superbook, you name it. We tune in, and there's nothing but Chinese television, and it's like, what happened here, right? What happened? But yeah, that's what occurred, years ago. That's what occurred years ago when I was a kid. Basically, that happened and everything. So yeah, it was kind of a surprise and everything. It was kind of a huge transition, but I guess money talks, you walk, or money talks, hey, here's the keys to the kingdom. And the reason I bring that up again is because basically that's kind of going to be what, the Wagler Broadcasting Corporation is going to be going through right now to try to convince some of the low-tier stations, over-the-air stations, that not many people watch, to maybe convert over to being a MeTV Tunes station, so that way they can get those viewers back, because, hey, these are classic cartoons that people would love to watch. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. But it's guaranteed that they will update you. You follow the Twitter page, or you get it from word of mouth, or you check in daily on the MeTV Tunes website. They will let you know, hey, this city has been added for over-the-air broadcasting of MeTV Tunes, and more than likely again, according to Zach Wolf, especially in his area, and I'm sure it speaks, loud volumes for everybody around the country that has Comcast and Xfinity and any other cable provider that has the MeTV lineup of channels. Basically they themselves are getting MeTV Tunes, as part of that, package. So that kind of speaks volumes, in my opinion, high volumes, that we're going to be getting it as well across the country. It may not be on said day it debuts, but you never know. But it will happen. It will happen over time. Because again, basically, why have the MeTV package lineup of channels, stations on your cable, as part of your cable package, basic or premium or whatever? Why have them why have them if you weren't intending to add on to them, more channels, more stations under the same people? If you didn't have that as part of your agreement. Now, look, I know people will go onto community message boards for Xfinity, AT&T Uverse, and whatever, and they will ask, hey, are you guys going to have this station? And they won't get, direct answers of, yeah, we will. It's coming. Yeah, we will. This is the date it's going to debut. they're not going to get direct answers because basically the people that are talking to them, they might work for the cable provider, but they don't know all the answers themselves. They don't know all the answers themselves because sometimes, they're not directly, plugged in to the main people running the place. Because remember, a lot of these cable providers, their home bases, their home corporations are in other states. Comcast Xfinity, from what I understand, is mostly located in Philadelphia. AT&T Uverse, I think, is located somewhere here in California or in Texas. So, so basically, the people that, respond to you on those message boards that represent those cable companies, they're not directly tied into those corporate people. So they're not going to know exactly yay or nay what's going to happen. But more than likely, from what this guy is saying, it does feel like pretty much you are going to get MeTV Tunes as part of your cable provider's package that involves all the other MeTV stations, channels, just, along with the original OG MeTV. But, we'll have to see. Again, it's always good to have friendly TV or Philo, depending on what your choice is, just in case. And especially, and that's another notification, I do apologize for that, especially if you're on the road traveling or in the air traveling, which I don't know if you'd be able to do it on over the air. So hopefully they have a download option for some of these shows on friendly TV. But if not, it's always nice to have something, on you, with friendly TV to watch this network, this channel, no matter where you might be in the country during your travels. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here, guys, on this Thursday morning. It is now 7:48, almost 7:50 a.m. In the morning here on this Thursday, June 13th, 2024. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. What Zach Wolf had to say in his video. I'll provide a link to that here, or I'll provide the video here at the end of my video. As well as, like I said, if you want to check out MeTV Tunes Twitter page, go to it. And if you want to follow them, that's up to you. But if you do follow them, you will get updated, because they'll tweet it out, and it'll be one of those tweets you get from those you follow. They will tweet out where and when and where you'll be able to find MeTV Tunes in your area via over the air. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Comment down below. Live chat during the premiere. We are now a week and a half away. And until then, I will talk to you later. Well, not until a week and a half, but you get the idea. But until later, I'll talk to you later.